Alright, in this section 3.3 they talk about solving systems of equations using matrices. You can take a 3-variable problem and just write it down with only the coefficients in front. 1, -3, 4, and 2. 2, 0, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1, 1. So this column represents your x's, this is your y's, this is your z's, and this is what they're equal to. Okay? So when you do some mathematics on your calculator, it will look like this usually, with a 1 along the diagonal, zeros everywhere else, and right here are your answers, x, y, and z. X is 2, y is 1/2, z is -5. Okay? And then for 7, when you do the mathematics we're going to show you, it ends up with a solution matrix. 1's on the diagonal, 0's everywhere else, and there you go. And you get the same thing for every single one. The only one that isn't a solution is 17 and 18, because the last row is saying 0x plus 0y plus 0z equals 1. That's not possible. You can't get nothing equaling something. So when you have the last row that's 0, 0, 0, 1, that's always a no solution. Alright, so how do you solve something like number 7? Well, first you have to type into your calculator the matrix that you want. So you type second matrix, arrow to the right twice, and I choose matrix A. It's a 3 by 4, so I type 3, enter, 4, enter. And I type in all these numbers one right after another. I've already done that, but you'll need to do that. Okay, then you do second, quit. Okay, now this is how you do it. You do second matrix, arrow to the right, then arrow down until you get to B. It's right after A. There it is, B, R-R-E-F. So hit enter, then second matrix, and choose the matrix you are working with, which is matrix A, so I choose 1. Now you don't have to close it with parentheses, just hit enter. And it gives you an immediate answer. It gives you 1, 0, 0, -5, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 0, 1, 1. Ellie, stop! And so your x is -5, your y is 2, and your z is 1. So you'll do that with each one of these. Each one of these, you'll type in your matrix. Your matrix data. You got to type in how many rows, how many columns, and each element of the matrix. Okay, and then when you're done, you do this second matrix, arrow to the right, then arrow down until you get to B, which looks like RREF. Be careful, there's a REF. You don't want that one, you want RREF. Okay, and then you hit enter. So then second matrix, choose the matrix you want, and you can close it with parentheses, you don't have to. Hit enter, and there you go. You typically will get a solution. And so for each one of these, you're getting a solution set here. Right, for 11, you're getting 15, 13, -13, and 2 for your x, y, and z. 15, 0, and 2 for your x, y, and z there. Okay, for 15, you get x, y, z, and w are your variables there, and there's your answers for each one. We already talked about 17 and 18, there's no solution there. 27 again, x, y, and z, because you got diagonals along the diagonals of 1 and zeros everywhere else, so that will always be your answer. Same thing here for 28. Okay, now 47, that one's definitely a tricky question. Okay, 47 says a man has $235,000. He invests in 3 properties, so I call them the dollar amount for each property X, Y, and Z. And it's $235,000. Alright? So then they say one earns 12%, one earns 10%, and one earns 8%, totaling $22,500 in income. And then they finally say the 8% amount is twice that of the 12% amount. So if this guy is twice as big as this guy, you've got to double this one to make it equal to it. And when they're equal, you take the difference and you get 0. Alright, so you write down the coefficients, and then you do RREF, and you get your answer for X, Y, and Z. Now to find the amount of income, you just multiply 0.12 times 50,000, 0.10 times 85,000, and 0.08 times 100,000.